Hi, everybody, and welcome. This is Kelly Gregory with Missouri Institute of Mental Health Professional Training. And today I'm joined by Katie Ellison. Katie, how are you doing today?
I'm great, Kelly. How about yourself?
Pretty good. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? I know you got a program coming up, but tell us a little bit about yourself first, and then we'll go into the program.
So I like to tell people that I am a recovering probation officer. I started off my career working in adult and youth corrections. And after doing that for about 10 years, I had the opportunity to switch to working in K-12 public education, implementing prevention programs for youth. That's where I really jumped in deep in my work in suicide prevention. And then after about 10 years working in K-12 public education, my family and I moved to St. Louis. My husband's from this area, and so he wanted to come home. And that's when I joined the Missouri Institute of Mental Health back in 2018. And I'm currently the project director for the Safer Homes Collaborative at MIMH. And I'm also a project director for firearm suicide prevention planning project down in Southeast Missouri. I have a master's degree in psychology, and as well, I recently finished a second master's degree in professional school counseling. I'm a mom. I have two kiddos, a 17-year-old and a 10-year-old. And my husband is employed by the Illinois Air National Guard, so I'm also a military spouse. And we are just loving living in the St. Louis region.
That's fantastic. Now, I know we have a program coming up. It's called Suicide Lifeguard. It's a suicide prevention program that you actually helped put together, and it's going to come up here soon. Can you tell us a little bit about the program that you're going to present?
Sure. So back in 2018, 2019, I can't remember the exact timing of that, but the Missouri legislature passed a bill requiring that behavioral health professionals complete 2 hours of suicide prevention, management, intervention, screening, and referral training for licensure and re-licensure. And given that my background is pretty extensive in suicide prevention and intervention as well as postvention, I wanted to create something that was really hands-on, really practical. What are the tools that I need as a behavioral health professional to assist someone who is struggling with thoughts about suicide, or maybe they have attempted suicide? When I went through graduate school, both times, there wasn't any training for me in my educational programs that was really practical and hands-on on how to screen, how to assess someone for suicide, and then what to do after that person says yes, that they are having thoughts about suicide. And my experiences is that is largely learned on the job, baptism by fire, if you will. And that is the worst time to learn that skill, to be fuddling through with it. Because if you don't do it, if you don't follow best practices, you can miss important pieces of the puzzle. You cannot specifically address suicide out of your own fear of asking the question specifically. Or you might not get a fulsome enough picture to accurately assess that a client may be at more imminent risks because I didn't ask a well-formed question. So that was kind of my thought process and my motivation behind developing the Suicide Lifeguard was I want people to walk away from the training feeling like they have actual tools in their tool belt, proverbial tool belt, to utilize, to pull out if they encounter or when a client is referred to them who's at risk for suicide.
That sounds fantastic. So I hope everyone can join Katie for the presentation, Suicide Lifeguard, coming up soon, and watch further programs here at MIMHTraining.com. We appreciate you for your time today, Katie, for talking to us, and we'll see you all soon.